You're going to reboot. Gotcha. Go ahead. I'll wait for you to reboot and come back. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, do you have a cell phone? I just want to make sure, I want to test sign in into us. If you could use this same link to sign in, log out via your computer and then log in via the cell phone with the same link, it's going to help us tell what, it's going to give us more information as to what's going on. Kevin, did you just hear him a little bit?
No, I
Oh, okay, yeah. So Cole, did you understand what I asked for you to just log out with your computer and sign in with your cell phone? Did you understand what I asked for you to?
I'll text him.
He doesn't.
Thank you.
Quality of his video looks really good right now, though.
Better than it usually does.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, this time he doesn't hear us. There's definitely something going on.
But it's weird because I can hear it on the stream.
He's trying to see what. Do you hear me now, Cole? No, I cannot hear you. Um, I'm. Did you try your cell phone? Can we ask you to try to sign on with your cell phone? Let's just see if this link works. Make it work with anything with that link. Yes, just sign out. You got to sign out with your laptop first. Click the red phone. There he goes. Hear you, Cole.
Hello?
Yep, we hear you. You hear us?
Yeah, but I'm not trying not to do. I'm not trying to be. I can't do this phone now.
No. I get it.
Hold
But
on.
what this helped prove to us is that the connection works. So now we know
Hello?
where to concentrate our efforts. Do you know? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got
Can you
you.
hear me? Yeah. So what this just did for us, it proved to us where the issue is. So now it helps us concentrate our efforts. We now know that
What?
for some reason the microphone isn't working into vmix, into the vmix
I mean, I don't know
call.
why. Yeah, but
Don't
that's
know.
never happened before. I mean, we've done every single day, and the microphone's been fine.
I understand that, but this is just. I'm not saying it's the microphone. I'm saying there's something there. It might be a setting on the computer. It might be something along those lines. But this is how we technically resolve things. We isolate them down to where it is, and I've isolated it down to your computer. So I'm going to ask you to, Kevin. You gotta work with Notch a little bit, right? Kevin Dusold, do you hear me, or can we stay with this?
I told Notch 11:10 to
Good.
jump on.
So Cole, what I'd like to do now that we know this link works, even though your video quality does look better on your phone, a lot better. Oh, well, not a lot better, a little better.
His video quality looks better, or is it me?
What
It is.
I'd like to do is now go back to your computer. So now we'll concentrate working on your laptop. You see what I mean? And I'm going to
Yeah.
try to get a thing called Team Viewer, so I could tunnel into your laptop and help. It's some kind of weird, goofy Microsoft setting changed. Is all that happened to us. And you know, one thing that might help now that you
Yeah.
rebooted, let's pull the microphone off of the USB port, wait for a few seconds, like 10, 20 seconds, and then we'll plug it back in. You said something about a weird microphone icon was showing up on. Has this icon never showed up before?
I've never seen it before. I've never really paid attention to it
Right,
though either.
right. And when you clicked on it, it did nothing for you, huh?
No.
No. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's sign off this cell phone. Sign back on with
Okay.
with the same link, and then let's see what happens. All right.
All right. Okay. I'll call you. I'll see you in a minute.
Hey Cole, you got me here? I still don't hear you. That's weird, Riley. He's got levels coming in real low. Yeah, Cole, give me a 10 count if you can. It just showed up. Nope. And now I don't hear Cole, but I see his audio levels are extremely low. I cannot. He's up 100%. Yeah, stand by.
Hey, Cole. Okay, so there's been a little change. We our director Kevin Dusold. I can't hear you, but there has been a little change. Kevin Dusold sees your audio coming in real low, so we've made a change by simply adjusting with your computer. I want you to go into that search bar again. And type in sound, and then sound settings comes up. Click on sound settings. Just below sound settings, you got master volume, then you got input, then you got devices. And do you see where it says test your microphone? You could just nod up and no, you don't see test your microphone. So at the very top of this menu that came up, when you typed in sound, did you selected sound settings? At the very top, it says output. Just under the word sound, probably the left-hand side of the screen there. All right, let's try it again because there's a place to troubleshoot the microphone. So let's go back to the search. Let's type in the word SUND, sound, and sound settings comes up as an option at the top of the menu, and you could click on sound settings. And under output, you go about 3/4 of the way down, you see test your microphone on the left hand, just to the right of the blue strip on the left hand side. Okay, and when you talk, do you see a blue line going left to right, like bouncing back and forth, like it's hearing your microphone? That's where it shows you that it's hearing. Hey, can I ask, can you call me on my cell phone? I'm going to type in my number here. I'm smart enough to operate my 224-239. The number I just texted you, put in the text window.
says input, choose your input device. It says microphone, and then it says USB PNP audio device or microphone array. I'll try the other one. It says microphone array, Realtek audio. Test your microphone. Looks like my microphone shows. It looks like it's working.
It's Chris. I'm logged in, but I can see you guys, but I don't. It doesn't show that I'm logged in on the right side because I'm trying the iPad that they sent me.
Okay.
So, oh, now I can hear. Should Kevin? But I don't know why it just doesn't say I'm logged in. It looks like I'm logged in, and I can see myself. Do you see me or?
I see you. Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you now. Okay, let me hang up.
Okay.
So is that? I wanted to try this, Nick. If I'm not interrupting, just because this I could see better with the chat bar.
Makes
Is
sense.
that? Yeah, is this picture okay? I mean, I didn't know. I'll fix my hair. I can move around, but I just didn't know if this iPad thing would work. So I can't do anything about that sun hitting that. I have the blinds closed, but I don't know what else to do back there.
Okay.
Unless you want me to move a little bit in the direction away from that, I don't know. But is this okay, quality wise? Looks like I'm on a little delay on this one.
I think so. Once we have our director Kevin on,
He'll check.
line
Okay.
you
Do
up.
you want me to stay? Should I stay on or just try back? Because I didn't.
Like,
If this
Kevin's
failed,
coming down shortly. We've been having issues with cold sleeping. I think he's trying to test Scott right now.
Okay. Yeah, Chris, you might as well just stay on. Can't hurt.
stay on. Okay. All right. I'll be.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
email
For some
you.
reason,
I'm gonna
yeah.
email you the copy for the charity aspect.
Okay. I got the updated, questions, those changes, so I'm good there.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll be right back here. Actually,
Hey, Steve, you got me through B-Links? As soon as Chris sits down, I'll sit with him. I'm gonna test right now. Nachi, you got me?
Yeah, Kev, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Give me a 10 count here if you don't mind, Nachi.
Dude, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're breaking up. Are you
Did you hear me?
on your kinda? Are you on your wireless or?
Yeah, I'm using 5G.
All right.
How's the audio, Kev? Is it okay or is it breaking up?
You're good now. It was breaking
Okay,
up a little bit
that's
at the
nice.
end there. Try as soon as you get settled. Try one more time.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cole is still signed in. Yep. I got Cole's audio up, just in case I hear him. All right, as soon as Meyer sits down, I'm gonna work with him.
Chris is back here. Can you hear me?
You guys got me?
Hey, Chris, can you hear me here? This is Kevin, the director.
Yep.
Lighting looks good.
Good. Lighting is all right. Is the framing all right? Should I go one way or the other?
Can you slide to your left?
My left.
I hear
A
me
little bit
talking in the
that,
background.
more.
Yeah, I hear
Good.
Cole
I did.
through vMix. I hear Cole through vMix.
Oh,
Yeah, someone says they hear me. Someone said they just hear me.
And then,
Someone
Chris,
just-
can you tilt your camera up a little?
up a little. Okay. Like that. Is that too much? Down a little. How's that, Nick?
All right, stay right there, Chris. Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Cole, do
I
you
see
hear me
Chris
through
Myers. I hear
vMix?
him talking to Chris. Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Cole's got me through vMix.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I switched USB ports. I don't know what the hell is the problem with this one.
Oh, good. Is Cole going to be a contestant? Do we have him? Is he going to?
I'm sorry, Kevin. Okay, cool. No doubt. You got it. No doubt. Thank you.
All right, Cole. Yeah, we fixed the audio issue. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck was wrong with that. I don't know why that other USB port doesn't work. I've used it every single day. I've never switched it.
All right. Well, that's fine for now. We can jump back on closer to show. Just have we got that issue figured out.
So everything else is fine. What was the whole? I mean, because the whole reason
It
for
was,
the test wasn't the microphone.
It was your video quality, but we're just getting ready to tape Play at Home right now.
Okay. How's
Just
everything
another
look though? The
show.
video quality's fine.
Video quality right now. Let me bring you up standby. It's exactly the same. You did look better on your cell phone. If you want to go that route.
No, I can't do it. It's too small. Like I have to look at that side, that thing down the side, and everything. Like it's too small.
Yeah.
Do you have a? Hold on, real quick. Paul's talking to me. Hey, Paula, what's up? Yeah, that's fine. I'll tell him. Do you have a tablet at all, or anything else besides your laptop?
Yeah.
Cole.
I have a tablet at the house. It's my daughter's. I mean, I don't use it. I mean, it's an iPad.
All right, we found that the quality on the iPads are great. Would you mind jumping on before 360 a little early with the iPad just to test with that?
Yeah, I don't know if the microphone will hook into there. I guess I'll have to. I mean,
Well, let's just see for
That's not
at least
ideal.
for video quality purposes. I know that's the big thing that we want to improve with your setup.
do I need would a different computer help?
I'm gonna have Kevin Riley. Your mic's open through vMix.
Because this is
Hey,
a work
Cole.
computer. Like if I need to get another computer that'll work better, like I'll go get another computer because I don't want to have to use a tablet or a phone like moving forward. Like
Well,
that's
let me
too
ask you
small.
this, Cole. Is that computer wired or is that computer
Yeah,
on
it's
Wi-Fi?
hard. It's hardwired.
It's hardwired.
Like I don't know what's up with
Yeah,
my
so it's going to be the
like that.
best it can do. And Hmm. Do what other devices do you have that you want to try? Would you try? Do you have a pad of some kind?
I've got a tablet and an iPad, but it's not, like I said, it's not mine. I'm not familiar with iPads. I mean, I guess I could use it if I had to, but I mean, like I said, I'd rather I have a setup here with the microphone, with the whole setup. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, I got a question for you. If you're plugged into the internet, right? But did
yeah.
you ever turn off your Wi-Fi?
I unplugged the router
Let me
a
call
few
you
days
so
ago.
we are doing this over
All
VMix,
right.
all right?
Yep, no doubt.
Hey, Chris, this is Kevin again, Myers.
Yeah,
Setup
hey,
looks good.
Kevin.
Thank you. I'm just framing you up right now.
Okay, let me just type this in here. Sent pics to cam working video. Okay, sorry. Is that you hear me, Kevin? Sorry. Welcome to Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite. I'm Chris Myers. Over the next half hour, I want to have a little fun with all of you stuck inside your homes. I'm not hearing anybody right now. Should I?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I just want to make sure somebody can hear me. What is? There we go. Much better. Okay. Now, there's a little fluffy, but it doesn't look too weird. I think I screwed it up.
Hey, Nachi, if you could just center yourself up in your shot. I know you got to type. You don't have to. You don't always have to look at the camera. Keep your head centered. You can. They have
Okay.
not logged in yet.
Oops. How's that, Kev?
Give me a
Give it
little
a
bit more
slide.
headroom. Tilt
Kevin
up a
Dusold,
touch. I hear you, Nick.
do you have the new boxes that have Miller Lite on them from Bernard?
Did he send them out?
I don't know.
Did you get your new stuff with Miller Lite? Like your own stuff? That's cool. I got you a little bit.
Nachi, that's good.
Is everything okay?
Virtual tip jar supports bartenders emergency assistance program via the
Hey, Bruce, can you hear me? This is Kevin, the director.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you loud and clear. Do you mind tilting down for me? Just as always, I like to clear that vent right
How
above
about
your left shoulder.
moving up better?
It helps, but yeah, tilt down. If you see
Yeah,
the
I just
vent right
have,
above your head, I like to get
I
rid of
do.
that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'll do my best. No. That's about the best it's going to get.
This is Kevin with Teams. Been our path of success. So we see try and focus on
Well, I introduced Kevin Flick, grew up in Michigan, graduated from Marquette University. I for Marquette.
Thank you. I know he does not like Apple products, and I think that's what his friend has.
All right, I'll be back.
Hey, Lane, can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome.
You got me?
I do. Can we just center yourself shot out a little bit?
I'm hearing you double.
Yeah, that's it. It won't always be like this. Just the way I gotta talk.
Okay.
And give yourself a little bit more headroom too. Tilt up a little if you can. Perfect. Perfect. And then from there, I would slide to your left a touch. Just a little to your left, if you can. Perfect. Hang right there.
Hey, Bruce, do you hear Nick?
Yeah.
Thanks
Yes,
for joining
sir.
us. Appreciate it.
Okay. Should be fun to
We'll have some
lose to
fun.
Len. Len's been studying all weekend. I know it.
Exactly. You both will do great.
Actually, I decided not to study at all. It's going to be rough.
Well, you'll
be great.
Len and I have a side bet of like $2,000 on winner.
McCarthy and I have one on for $5,000, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but I'm dumping it. I bet on Len.
Now that I know that, I am as well.
I don't know, but is this all Cub trivia or is it just general?
Yeah, it's primarily Cubs, and then there's a couple of like pop culture movie questions involving Chicago. And the first 6 are multiple choice.
You think Chris just left so we could look at his Emmy above his bed there, or I think that's why he left. I am jealous of the. I think it's an Emmy, right?
Yeah, that's one.
Justin, were you frustrated with the work that I gave you, the stuff that was all from me, where it had like reading, math, and writing? Were you okay with that work, Justin, or did it make you mad?
Chris, what was the Emmy for? Was it an
Okay.
ESPN or?
Yeah, it was, and actually, I got it at a garage sale. And I'm just putting that up there to look. No, you should say that on the air if you want. I think
I
that would kind of.
already said it while you were gone.
Oh, okay, good. Because I got it for. I do remember. You probably remember a pitcher named Tim Burke for the Expos.
Sure.
Right, and his I was covering the '89 All-Star game in Anaheim for ESPN as a reporter, and he made the All-Star team, but he had to go to Guatemala. His wife, they couldn't have children. They adopted a child, but they had to be in Guatemala at a certain time to adopt this child, like in the jungle. So he was pitching in the All-Star game, and we were there, and we got on a plane with him. He pitched in the game, was sort of let him go early, flies to the jungle, meets his wife, adopts the kid, comes back, and the Expos were in a pennant race and they played in Cincinnati. And he landed during the game with his new baby, goes to the ballpark. We follow him and he comes in to save in the ninth inning. Buck Rogers was the manager. And so we kind of put it all together and won the first reporting Emmy for ESPN in their history in 1989. Pretty cool story. Later, a movie was made of it. He wrote a book, and they opened up an orphanage and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, it's a fascinating story that kind of got lost in the shuffle of ESPN's, long history.
One of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Yeah, there you go. And I felt the same way. He was very, very nice. But the story kind of wrote itself. We were just there, and by accident, kind of tagged along. It was a real adventure, but. And the producer that worked on it with me was a guy starting out. Now he's gone out. He's 60 Minutes, and he's actually producing the Republican National Convention. He's a great guy, John Hamlin. So it's funny how those things happen. But I won a few other ones for some other coverage at ESPN. And wanted.
No one asked you about that. No one asked you.
I know that's why I should line them all up. But I sold them. I had to hawk them for a better computer. No, that's funny.
They're all well deserved. I've always been a big fan
thanks.
of your
That
work.
was you don't know what else to put up, but actually, this is my son's room with some of the posters.
Kevin Dusold.
Yeah, he's got like a Godzilla.
Bernard just sent the updated boxes with Miller Lite on them.
So Bruce, if you're okay to have, they told you to have fun with this. If you want to tease Glenn or say, hey, that's an easy question, or come on, if I do say,
I got it. Yeah, it's conversational. It's not about the answers, right?
Exactly. I want you to win, but and we'll have Notch. I mean, you guys are going to be good on this anyway, but Notch will be there to help if we miss something factually, or that's kind of a statistical fact checker. But this will be good. This is I'm glad thanks for doing this.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to participating and having a good time with it.
Good. So is 670? Forgive me for not. I know it's the White Sox. Is that the ESPN affiliate or no?
No, it's the Cub affiliate.
Okay, good. Okay. I see Len.
There's
Len.
Chris.
Len, good to see you. Guys hanging in.
That looks like Catalina in the background. Catalina Island.
That's right.
Is that right?
You got some property there, Len? You're holding out on us?
No, I would love to.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, it's a nice picture.
I'll have to name you who it is in the picture when I get a
Up,
close up.
Len. It's Nick.
Okay, so everybody's logged in.
I'm hearing like a real
Yeah,
piercing tone.
yeah, me too.
Len, do you hear me? It's Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Yeah, that feedback you're hearing is because we're still faxing out a couple of the guys. That'll go away once everyone mutes their mics on the technical side. Thanks for joining us. It's do you have a piece of paper and a Sharpie for the last answer?
Got it.
So how that'll work is beautiful.
There you
You'll write what you're wagering and the answer on that same piece of paper at the end, like
Got it.
Final Jeopardy style. And like I was telling Bruce, it's all primarily Cubs trivia, and then there'll be a couple of like pop culture, Chicago-based movie questions or whatever, actors, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Hey, and Len, we're, as I told Bruce, I don't know if Nick mentioned, we're having fun with this. So if you, I know it's difficult, but if you want to tease Bruce about something or me or, hey, that's too easy.
Plenty of places to go there.
Oh, cool. You got it.
Len and I have been teasing each other for 16 or 17 years now.
A lot of you.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, you guys are natural. So, and also, I don't know if Nick said, if you know the answer right away, I don't want to, but you can answer it and then expound on it for a moment if you want. I mean, that's just to make it,
Yeah, that's my only question is how.
If you can,
how many
I don't.
questions do we have to get in?
I don't know what we can do time-wise.
And feel free to ask. I'll try to, since you won't be able to see the multiple choice. I mean, and there's always I'll try. You just feel free to say, "Can I repeat? Would you repeat those?" Or I just so that if you need it, because the people at home, we want them to kind of be guessing along as well. Or answer.
I would like to hear Chris a little better if I can. I don't know if that's possible.
Did you guys hear that?
I'm hearing everybody else a little better.
Here, real quick as a test, will everyone just mute on the technical side? Just mute your mic, and then Chris will have you talk to Len. All right, go ahead.
So Len, yeah. So can you hear me okay if I say, "Hey, here's the question: A, B, or C," and what's your answer? Is that better?
Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
Better. Okay.
Thanks.
Good.
Thank you. And
hey, Nick, on the chat bar, it should the last thing on the bottom. I see Nacho logged in. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, no, I just want to make sure I'm reading so I don't miss any.
Oh, sure.
Cues since I don't have an IFB or anything.
What's up, Chris?
Hi, Len. Good to see you, sir.
Same here, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we didn't do the last studio show together of 2020 at Marquee. That's my.
Gosh, I have the same concerns.
Is Notch already a star? Is he already debuted on?
Well, we did this. We did this run for the ring. Whatever it was, 14 shows, and it was literally the Monday after they canceled everything. And about 90 minutes after we finished, they locked the building, and no one's been seen since.
Yeah.
Correct.
Somebody a smoke alarm? Get Baker Mayfield on that.
Hey, Kevin Dusold, this is Kevin Riley. I'm trying to reach you on Teams. Do you hear me on Teams?
Yes, Kevin Riley, you were heard on Teams.
Test this with Len and Bruce. Okay, all right. High tech. And Chris, thanks for all the help on the questions, the background stuff, and we're already ahead for show 2, right? So that's good.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm glad to help.
Hey, Chris, this is Kevin.
Yes,
We're
Kevin.
not hearing your mic as well as we have in the past. Are you doing anything different?
Well, no, I'm on an iPad instead of my cell phone because I need to see. So,
Okay, do you have earbuds that you can connect to this iPad?
yeah, I do. If you want me to try those, I'll go get them.
Yeah, let's please try those.
Okay, it'll take me a second, but.
Len and Bruce, I think that'll make Chris's mic a lot more legible too on your end.
Okay.
But just to expedite the process while we wait for him, Chris will introduce you both off the top, and then what'll happen is you'll alternate questions so we're not talking over each other. So the first question will be for Bruce, the next question will be for Len, and we'll keep alternating like that. All of them, the first 3 innings are multiple choice, and they're fairly easy. Then we'll go to break. We'll come back, and same idea. It'll still be multiple choice with you guys alternating. Only this time Len will go first. And it'll still be multiple choice until the 6th inning. We'll go to break, and then we'll come back, and one question in the 7th inning will be just a regular trivia, sports trivia question that does not include multiple choice options. And the caveat being there, if you miss, the other can steal the answer. So if Bruce misses, Len, if you know the answer, you can answer it and take those runs. And vice versa. That's the only question in the 7th inning. That's the only one where you have the ability, if you know the answer, where you can answer it after the person misses.
Okay.
Got it.
And then the 8th inning is the fun one. That's where it's a list where we'll have, from 11 to 15 names based on the question, where you can name as many guys correctly in 30 seconds, and you get a run for each one that's right. So that's where the scoring will really kind of separate itself.
Okay.
Getting nervous.
Thing.
Bruce, I don't know why we're nervous. I thought we're dumping so we both win.
That's true.
Okay, hey, Nick or Kevin, I'm on a
money on
headset
this
now.
thing. A lot of money.
It's like night and day. Thank you very much. You sound way better.
Okay, so you're going to have this look of the wires, like Notch, which looks like he's landing planes.
You could try to just. Can you flip it under your arm and put them by, and put it in the earbuds?
Nah, there's not enough. Yeah, not enough. But if the audio.
Oh, you just came out. Your mic just. I think your mic slipped out of the connector. Talk again. He doesn't even hear me. And there goes the camera.
Hello.
There you go. Works good.
Okay. You hear me? What was that all about?
I got you.
Did I hit something? Okay, sorry. I heard talking baseball. Did you guys hear that? No? I'm hearing things. Okay. So you can hear me clearly then, right? You, Bruce, too, and Len, and Notch? This is better?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Welcome to Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite. Over the next half hour, a little fun with all of us inside our homes. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm your host, Chris Myers. Going to play a
Notch, you're going to look
Chicago
at the
Central
camera, right?
sports
Yeah, for
trivia
sure. I'm
game.
just working simultaneously.
Yeah.
So when I come on, Nick, is everybody on the screen already? Or is it just me? I shouldn't be talking if people are
It's going to be
staring until I
you. It's going to
introduce
be
them.
you ISO'd first, and then we'll show everyone.
Okay, and I'm going to Len first, and then Bruce, and then Notch, right, in that order?
Yep.
Or is that,
Yep.
okay, and then we briefly the format. I'm not going to get. I'll just get into the early innings because we're going to explain each one along the way.
Yep.
And then here we go. Okay.
Oh, and Len and
And the
Bruce,
last
one
thing.
other thing, just for TV purposes, if you know the answer right away, still take like 15 seconds to like talking your way through it, like eliminating some of the choices. Like it's clearly not C because this. So I'm going to
You
go
got
with
it.
B, whatever. That way, people at home have time to digest the question and can see the options.
You broke up. I didn't hear your complete sentences.
Kind of like what we said earlier, Bruce, about don't answer right away. You can give an opinion on it, or hey, I know it's not that one
Okay.
because of this. Yeah, just to make it a little bit more.
Yeah, just talk your way through the answer. Like eliminate some of the options if you can. It'll help people at home have a better chance to understand the question.
Good.
Hey Nick, do I have the freedom off a question? Unless you prompt me, if even if things are going well, to bring Notch in if I wanted to expound on something about a fact, or is that, or do you want me to keep it
Yeah,
running close to
absolutely.
time? Okay, all right. And if you can, show me too in the chat box there for each segment how much time we have remaining in the segment, right? I can try to keep as close to that as possible. I know you're going to edit, but
Yep.
keep it as live to tape. Okay, thanks.
And same thing, Len and Bruce, like you guys have been doing for 360. I'll use that talking chat bar to help with, like some of the options that you don't have the graph. You might not know what A, B, C, and D are again or whatever. I'll just put them in. I'll put them in that bar too, so you have a chance to see which ones are which.
Okay.
Good.
How long is this show?
And
Half hour?
yeah, half hour. And they're
Hour.
going to add. I don't know if they told you, but it's unfortunate we can't. They'll add the graphics, but they're also going to add sound effects when you get it right and one when you get it wrong, that kind of thing. So there'll be some natural pauses that normally I had my own bell and buzzer, but they'll make it sound a lot more professional.
No pie in the face or anything when you're wrong.
No, not only when we get this show to the studio. That's the goal.
No, the pie in the face goes to the winner.
So yeah,
The walk-off interview.
That's good. Hey, I like that.
Now, you don't have to play
And
again
Nick,
if you lose.
Feel good, Dusold?
Nick, we should give this a whirl.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we're tweaking the boxes one more time, guys. We're about one to 2 minutes away, and the show will only take about 25 minutes to tape. Beautiful. Notch, can you go slightly to your left a touch?
How's that?
Good, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we're close here. Chris, you feel good? Good.
Yep, might as well. Yeah, yep. Let's give it a shot.
All right, let's take a chance here, guys. Thanks for joining us. Have fun out there. 5-1 odds, Notch's camera freezes.
If it does, we're going to play through. I'll make fun of him. It'll be good.
So
Good
Chris,
deal.
you're going ISO first, and then we'll show the boxes: Len, Bruce, Nacho Man.
Notch. Okay, and then we're gonna and then so you want them all. You want to comment though? I was going to get a quick comment from Len and Bruce, right? Do you want me to
Yeah,
introduce
just
everybody
a
and
quick
then go?
comment from Len and Bruce, just like, hey, looking
And then
forward to it, or excited to play, or whatever.
do you want that before we start or as I go through the introduction? Because
You can do it through
normally
the
I would say, hey,
introduction,
here.
so we have time. So
Okay,
we have
good.
time to like font them properly.
Okay, good. Okay.
All right, Dusold, are you ready to roll? All right, let's give this a shot. All right, here we go, Chris. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Play at Home Trivia on the Marquee Sports Network. Nice to have you joining us from our home to your home, and that's where we are these days. Hope everybody is doing okay, best they can. We're going to have a little fun over the next half hour with a 9-inning Chicago-centric sports trivia game here presented by Miller Lite on the Marquee Sports Network. I'm your host, Chris Myers. Before we go through the rules and meet our contestants, let's say hello to our very first contestant, very familiar face to Cub fans, Len Casper, Cubs play-by-play announcer since 2005, grew up in Michigan, graduated from Marquette. Now he's working for Marquette University in Wisconsin. Len, it's nice to see you, and thanks for playing along here.
Same here, Chris. Hope you're doing well.
I am, and your contestant, a familiar face to you, Bruce Levine, covering the Cubs and White Sox for 670 The Score, Marquee Sports Network, of course. Grew up in Chicago, graduated from Southern Illinois University. He's been covering baseball in Chicago for more than 3 decades. And Bruce, it's nice to have you. You certainly have the experience advantage over Len, I'd say, correct, in this battle?
It could work either way, Chris, if you think about it. If you think about it, experience helps. Too much experience might work against you.
All right, well, you were the 2 contestants. We'll have an ultimate winner. And just in case, we have our fact checker. He's the research guru and full of all kinds of knowledge. If you're not sure, just ask him. He'll tell you. Chris Antonacci, we call him Notch around here. Chris, nice to have you with us, fact checking and observing.
Good to be with you.
All right. So simply put, the first 6 innings of this, it's multiple choice, and we want the audience at home to be our studio audience and to guess along or answer correctly. So that'll help you out. Then later we get into a situation where there's either a list, there's a timer, you can steal some runs, and no matter what the score is at the end, Len and Bruce, there'll be a chance for a walk-off. So no lead is safe, kind of like playing this at Wrigley Field. So here we go. Play at Home presented by Miller Lite. We'll start with our first question. And we will go, Bruce, to you for this one. Which team did the Cubs play against on opening day in 2019? A, Pirates, B, Rays, C, Brewers, or D, Texas Rangers? So I'll repeat that again. Which team did the Cubs play against opening day last year, 2019? A, Pittsburgh Pirates, B, Tampa Bay Rays, C, Milwaukee Brewers, or D, Texas Rangers?
Well, I believe the Cubs started on the road last year, and I do not think it was the Rays. No, I do not think it was the Brewers. I believe that was scheduled this year. So I'm going to go with D, the Texas Rangers.
And that is correct. All right. Worth 1 run, these early multiple choice options. And so you do pick up a run here at the top half of the first inning. Yeah, Cubs won that game. Javi Baez hit 2 homers. Chris Bryant homered as well. All right. So for you, bottom half of the inning, Len, you're trailing 1-0 here. Which one of these, again, the category opening day, which one of these Cub position players started on opening day in 2019? Actually started. Is it A, Kyle Schwarber, B, Ian Happ, C, David Bodie, or D, Daniel Descalso? And I'll run through those again. Which one of these Cub position players started opening day 2019? Schwarber, Happ, Bodie, Descalso?
That's actually a really tough question.
And you were there.
I believe I was there. I believe Mike Minor may have started for the Rangers. He would have been a left-handed pitcher. So I'm thinking Schwarber might not have been in the lineup. Ian Happ started the year at AAA. I'm going to go with C, David Bodie, a right-handed batter, probably started at second base.
Very well. Yes, that is, of course, correct. Started at second base. You happened AAA. Schwarber Descalso entered the game later, and you hit it because of the lefty Mike Minor, who started on the mound for the Rangers. So there you go. All right, so you each make it look easy. And we have, since this is the home version of Play at Home, let me just show you the scoreboard real quick. I'm going to try to frame this up. A 1-1 game, Len and Bruce. It's like the old-time scoreboard. That's how we have to operate it with our whiteboard. All right, so good start. Now, these are the second inning. The second inning are worth, this is going to be worth still 1 run, but don't worry, as the questions get tougher, you can get more offense. So we're going to continue, Bruce, with you. And the category is the Cubs 2016 postseason. Okay, 4 different Cub players hit 3 home runs in the 2016 postseason. Which one of these Cubs players did not hit 3 home runs in that postseason in 2016? A, Javier Baez, B, Chris Bryant, C, Anthony Rizzo, D, Dexter Fowler. Which one of those did not hit 3 home runs in that 2016, the entire postseason?
Okay, we have an invasion here on my side, so we'll have to slightly. Is this considered
No,
help?
Yeah, that is help. But I hope, like on the collar, there's not an answer there or something. Is that what's the name of your pet?
He is a gizmo, so
Gizmo.
we will. If this is not considered cheating,
here.
I'm gonna ask you to. Okay, which of these did not? Baez 3 homers, Bryant 3 homers, Rizzo 3 homers, or Fowler 3 homers in the postseason. And I don't know this. I don't know this answer to be exactly right here. So I think I'm going to have my first no. I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to go with Anthony Rizzo as no 3 home runs.
And that is incorrect. It was Javier Baez who only hit 2. Addison Russell was the other Cub who hit 3. So no run there. Can you hold up Gizmo for a second? We're going to call Bruce the Tiger King after this, I think, and maybe he was slightly distracted. There you go. All right, so Gizmo. All right, so now let's go to Len, who has a chance to take the lead. Len, member of the category postseason 2016. Which one of these Cub pitchers did not record a win in the 2016 postseason? Aroldis Chapman A, B, John Lester, C, Kyle Hendricks, or D, John Lackey? Did not.
I believe Chapman got the win in Game 7, even though he blew the save in Cleveland. John Lester had to have at least 2 or 3 wins in the postseason, right? Kyle Hendricks beat Clayton Kershaw in Game 6 of the championship series. I'm going to go D, John Lackey.
And that is correct. Your impeccable memory continues. You take a 2-1 lead. The Cubs went 2-1 in his 3 starts, Len, but he didn't record a win. Chapman won that Game 7 World Series, as you mentioned, after blowing the lead. Okay, so let's move along here to complete the 3rd inning. Now a 2-1 score. This is for Bruce, since you've got Gizmo the Cat. These are nicknames, player nicknames. The Rat, nickname of which former Cub player? A, Joe Girardi. B, Aramis Ramirez. C, Gary Gaetti. Or D, Derek Lee. So Girardi, Ramirez, Gaetti, or Lee, nicknamed the Rat.
Boy, that's one of the worst nicknames in history, isn't it? I mean, God, and the reason this guy is called that is because he looks like one. And the answer is Girardi. It's not Ramirez. It's not Lee. It is Gary Gaetti, who is known as the Rat.
All right, you are correct, and you're absolutely right. Some nicknames you want to wear, some you don't. All right, so we got a 2-2 game here. Bottom of the 3rd, Len. Here's yours. What was Don Zimmer's nickname? A, Popeye, B, Penguin, C, Bull, or D, Zim Daddy? Don Zimmer.
Well,
I knew you'd get that one.
As much as I would like it to be Zim Daddy, I think I'm going to have to go. Was it? Give me the. What was A again?
Yeah, it was A, Popeye, B, Penguin, C, Bull, and D, Zim Daddy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with A, Popeye.
And that is correct. So you take a 3-2 lead after 3. Yeah, the facial expressions, the cartoon character. That was, he carried that nickname with him everywhere. All right, so coming up, the questions are going to be a little more difficult. We're going to mix in some pop culture, City of Chicago style. And here's the scoreboard real quick going to break. And the runs are going to be You'll have a chance to get 2 runs per inning. It's a 3-2 Len lead over Bruce as we continue on Play at Home on the Marquee Sports Network. And as we go to break, here's Taylor McGregor with more fun trivia. All right, Gizmo's the star.
Yeah. You might
All
have
right,
to
boys,
make
good
another
start.
appearance.
Fun start
All
there.
right, you guys were great. Thanks. That was fun.
Going to have to put in a
Bruce, I would have
1099.
gotten yours wrong too. I would have guessed.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you we got to give. Yeah, Len, of course, he knows
I
these
thought
are
you said
good
these
runs.
were easy. You guys said these were easy.
Hey, blame Notch and Nick for that. I just read the questions. I don't get to choose them. No, I'm kidding. That was terrific. That was good. We won a 3-2 game. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's right where we want it.
All right, was I right on time there, Nick? I know you wanted me to pick up the pace a little.
Yeah, I mean we were fine. I mean we got a little heavy, but it's all right. If this is the point
You
of
can
taping
always,
it, we can always tweak and edit.
yeah, yeah. You can
And
always
plus, it's
edit
the
out
first
Notch.
block. The first block is always
Just
going to be the longer one because we need to explain the
okay.
game and all that stuff. We'll pick up some time in the
Okay.
second.
Yeah, so I think that, right? I tried to summarize that without, just moving it
Yeah,
along. So hopefully that.
I think
Okay.
we're going to have a full screen graphic that's showing the rules too, so that'll help. That'll help
Okay.
with the explanation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
thought
sorry,
Chris
Notch.
explained it very well.
Good. Okay. Thanks, Len. And Notch, I didn't know if you just wanted to nod or if you did want to say something. So that's why I
No,
just left that open for you to. Yeah.
it's all good. You can come to me when
Okay.
you feel it.
When needed. Okay.
Less
Cool.
is more from me.
All right,
No,
yeah, I mean, remember, Nacho's going to make his money on the list segment in the C block. So
okay. You're right. That's
we're
All
not
right.
doing
We'll
that.
need him there. Okay. I don't want to leave anybody out. Did we get the Taylor McGregor thing right? I wanted to make sure. I almost forgot that. Sorry,
Yep.
I know it's written there, but I'm trying to juggle the score and everything. Okay. Good. All right. So when I come
All right, so
back,
this segment, Len will start us
go ahead.
off. Len will start this time. He's up 3-2. These are worth 2 runs apiece. These questions, 2 runs apiece.
A lot of pressure here.
And Len goes first. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
same thing here.
These are fun. Okay. You guide me on the time. I'm ready when you are.
All right, here we go. In 5, 4. Oh, guys, you can pick up the pace a touch on the answers. Just like eliminate
Okay.
one of the options and then give it if you know the answer. But if you are actually thinking about it, it's okay. Hit the same pace. But if you know it, just say it's definitely not this one. I'm pretty sure it's B or whatever, and that way we know. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Play at Home Trivia, presented by Miller Lite on the Marquee Sports Network. Len Casper, Bruce Levine, our contestants here. And these are going to be Chicago-centric questions. We'll have, of course, we have 2 great Chicago minds to help us cover this. And as we told you, the score is 3-2, Len leading Bruce. So let's go to the 4th inning here. The subject, he laughs when I said great Chicago minds. But no, how about this? The category is Cubs outfielders, and it's worth 2 runs now. So, Len, you have a 1-run lead. Here you go. We'll start with you. Who was the last Cubs outfielder to hit 3 home runs in a game? The last Cubs outfielder. And for you at home, this is a good one. A, Sammy Sosa. B, Kyle Schwarber. C, Alfonso Soriano. Or D, Andre Dawson. Sosa, Schwarber, Soriano, or Dawson?
Wow. The game I'm thinking of, and I wish I could get bonus points for this because I believe I remember the opponent and the venue, and I believe the benches cleared at some point in that game. I want to say it was in Atlanta, maybe around 2009 or 10, and it was C, Alfonso Soriano. Notch might be able to help me on that, on the details.
All right. Well, no. All right. Well, that is, you got to get correct that it was Soriano. So you'll add 2 more runs. It was 2008 against the Reds. So Notch, is that it was the game? Yeah. And Sosa, obviously Sosa's 6 career 3 homer games. That would have been my guess. The last one is in 2002. But how about he just mixed up the game he was referencing, right, Notch?
Yes, he got it correct. Soriano was the last Cubs outfielder with 3 home runs in a game. Sosa, by the way, was 6, which is tied with Johnny Mize for the most 3 homer performances.
Right. Okay. And Len, you got a lot of Chicago memories over years calling games. So the important thing was you got the answer right. So now it's a 5-2 game, Bruce. Again, these are worth two. So we'll go to you. Which former Cubs outfielder had the most career hits in a Cubs uniform? A. Andre Dawson, B. Juan
Oof.
Pierre, C. Sammy Sosa, or D. Billy Williams? Most hits for an outfielder in a Cubs uniform.
I will go with D. Billy Williams.
And that is correct. Right off the bat, no pun intended, 2,510 hits with the Cubs, third most in franchise history, Cap Anson, and of course, Ernie Banks. Okay, so now it's a 5-4 game. And let's go back to Len. Oh, and now we're going to go to the city of Chicago. This is kind of pop culture, Len. So I know you're a big music guy as well, but we're going to go movies here. Which of these baseball movies did not portray a scene filmed at the iconic Wrigley Field? Not filmed at Wrigley Field. A, The Babe. A, The Babe. B, Little Big League. C, Rookie of the Year. D, A League of Their Own.
Well, I'm pretty confident Rookie of the Year and A League of Their Own did film at Wrigley Field. And I never saw The Babe. Now, I suppose in the 32 World Series they could have shot at Wrigley. I'm gonna. It's A or B. I'm gonna go A. The Babe.
Oh, you had it down to two. Sorry, we don't have a call a friend here because you could have called not. It's B, Little Big League. It's the only one of those that was not did not portray a film at Wrigley. That was the movie about a kid managing the Minnesota Twins. So Len stays
That's right.
with 5 runs on the board. All right, bottom of the 5th now, Bruce. You're down a run. You have a chance to take the lead. Remember, these are worth 2 runs. Which of these Chicago-based films won the Academy Award for Best Picture? All right, all Chicago-based. Which one won for Best Picture? A, The Untouchables. B, Home Alone. C, The Fugitive. Or D, Ordinary People. The Untouchables, Home Alone, The Fugitive, Ordinary People.
Well, there was a one-armed man who played baseball named Pete Gray. He was not in The Fugitive. So I'm going to go with Ordinary People.
Wow, that is correct. Thought we could surprise you with that. Remember, that was a Mary Tyler Moore won Best Picture. Very serious topic material, powerful film. But now you take the lead with a 6-5 advantage. All right, still worth 2 runs here. We'll go back to Len. And in the 6th inning, this is the Hall of Fame category. How many baseball Hall of Famers played for only the Chicago Cubs in their career, Len? Only the Cubs. Is it A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, or D, 3? You don't have to name them. Just give me the number of how many baseball Hall of Famers played for only the Chicago Cubs.
Oof. Well, there's at least one. That would be Ernie Banks. Hall of Famers only playing for the Cubs. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my gut, and I'm gonna say 1.
And that is correct. B1 is the Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, of course. 56 players inducted into the Hall of Fame to have played for only one franchise. A note from our researcher Notch on that one, Chris Antonacci, but Mr. Cub. So that is correct. So now you take the 6-5 lead, bottom of the 6th inning here. Bruce, this is for you. Again, the category Hall of Fame. Since 1990, how many Hall of Fame inductees since 1990 have Cub hats on their plaques in Cooperstown? So they went in as a Cub since 1990. How many? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4? You don't have to name them. Just name the number, and you can throw them in if you want.
Well, I
What's the
think
number?
we have Dawson Sandberg. We have Maddox. And we have Santos. So I'm going to say 4.
4 is correct, but the 4 are Fergie Jenkins in 1991, Sandberg in 2005, Ron Santo in 2012, remember, and then Lee Smith in 2019. But you still got it correct, so you have an 8-7 lead if my scoreboard is correct. So coming up, we're going to break away from multiple choice. Multiple choice style questions. We're going to break away from that, and you'll get a chance to steal runs from your opponent, and then you'll be on the clock before we get to the dramatic walk-off. But there's the score as best we can do it, and it's an 8-7 lead as Bruce has moved in front of Len on Play at Home on the Marquee Sports Network. Glad to have you watching. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, 2 more segments.
All right. Nice work.
Wasn't Dawson that
Yeah,
he
he
wouldn't
didn't go.
apply?
I guess. Yeah, I guess
Dawson
he was
went in as
before
an
19.
expo.
Oh yeah, he went in as a expo.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
He
That's
wanted
right.
to
Not as a
go
Cub.
in as a Cub, but they didn't allow him
Right.
to. Have a question match. Learn that.
That's fun though. Those were good. Good questions, huh? Some are easy, some are challenging. You
Yeah.
guys are good though.
We were led to believe these were easy, weren't we, Len? We were told.
Yeah, this, I would say
Well,
they're
that's
not easy at
they're
all.
they're
No.
easy for Notch, but he, yeah, I
Well,
probably haven't
No,
one right.
they're not easy, but they're all really good. They're all very
Yeah, and I think right. Don't you think, Glenn and Bruce, that Cub fans or fans watching can appreciate right?
Yeah,
we
there's
had
no
good.
last,
layup.
Esoteric. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It's well thought out.
I had, yeah, they are. We had put in, like in the, how in the early. In the early Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, they would put in one silly one that you knew wasn't it. We had a few of those in, but we thought they would be. We had
Right.
Will Purdue for
Zim Daddy.
so yeah, there you go. So we left that one in for fun, but we took out some of the other ones to make it tougher because you guys are the average fan. So. So I want to make sure this is a little not confusing, but I want to make sure we explain this for the audience. You guys, so Nick, when you're ready, can you talk to me for a second?
Yep. So
Okay. So here, yeah, I'm going to come back and I'll show the score. Say it's the final 3 innings, 7th innings, generic style sports trivia question, no multiple choice. If you miss, the opponent can get that question to pick up 2 runs themselves and then get their own question, right? Should I say that? Or not? I just want to make sure.
that's the thing. We were going to skip their own question if they want to answer that correctly. That
Oh,
way,
okay, then good. Yeah,
that way it
timing.
speeds
Okay,
it up a
so
little.
I'll leave that out,
But
and I won't explain the.
But if it's not missed, obviously you ask another question to whoever's going first here,
that,
and then.
okay. And it's not
but also, don't
choice.
forget if the first question is answered correctly, and you ask the second question to the next contestant, if he misses, the first person that got it right gets a chance to steal that still.
Okay, so just can still chance to steal. Okay, that's the part I was.
So really, the
right,
only weird part of this is if the question is missed to the first. Let's say Len's going first here because he's trailing.
Right.
So Len goes first. If he misses the question and Bruce wants to answer it and gets it right, Bruce gets the 2 runs and we move on to the 8th inning. There's no second question there. That's the only time where you wouldn't ask that segment.
Okay. So, and then for the 8th inning, we're giving them the choice of categories when they're on the clock. Are we giving them?
Correct. And it's whoever's trailing gets to choose.
Whoever trailing gets to choose. Okay, at that point, we'll figure that out. All right, and then we're going to break for the.
So Bruce or Len, basically what's going to happen there is once the 7th inning's over, you'll have let's say the score is the same, still 8-7. Len, you would be. Chris will read the 2 questions for the 8th inning, the 2 topics, and you can choose which one you want to go with. You don't know the question, you just know the category.
Okay.
All right, and you'll be on the clock. That's the only one that you'll be on the clock on, you guys. It'll be 30 seconds, but you're gonna have to try to name as many names as you can in 30 seconds. And are those each worth a run? Is that what we said on the names? Or
correct.
Do I need to?
Each are worth 1 run, and wrong answers do not matter. So you might as well just keep ripping names off as fast as you can.
Keep firing. Yeah. Okay, based on the topic. Okay, good. So I won't explain the 8th inning, Nick, until we finish the 7th, because that'll be fresh in the viewer's mind to go with that.
That's fine. But we're all right? We're a little tight, so if we can go about 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes here, we should be fine.
All right, so I won't bother with the whiteboard. I'll just I've seen that enough. I'll just say, hey, it's 8-7. Bruce has the lead. Or do you want the whiteboard for fun? I don't know. It's your call.
I would hold up the whiteboard right when you come back here. That's the first thing you see, and have it 8-7. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It looks like that's pretty good, right? You talk about scoring a game, Len. This is really old school here. This is the fun part. This this is Yahtzee with the kids. I mean, this is okay.
Yeah.
High-tech graphics.
Right there, yeah, there, yeah. Well, we have our good graphic people. That's why we appreciate them so much. All right, so I'll start with that coming back. Is that cool, Nick? Yeah.
Exactly, just like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could say Bruce, and then okay, yeah, then I'll put it. I'll say Bruce leads. Okay.
All right, so Bruce is leading 8-7, so Len will go first.
Okay. Tell Kevin too. After I make a comment with each of them, it may take me a minute, Kevin, just to run through the seventh inning stuff. So if you stay on a 3, I just want to make sure the guys are aware they'll be staring while I'm talking. But sorry.
Yep, that works. And Kevin will mix in a single of you as well, Chris.
Okay.
So you can just be natural.
Yeah, all right. Try to be brief there. Okay.
All right, let's give it a shot. Len will go first, and if it's missed, Bruce can steal it or can choose for another question if he doesn't want it. All right. Here we go.
This is worth how many runs? This is worth
2 runs still. These are still 2 runs.
Still 2 runs, right? Okay.
All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bruce Levine has come from behind and leads Len Casper 8-7 by 1 run as we welcome you back to Play at Home Trivia. I feel like all the Naperville and Oak Park, they're coming in, all the votes, and all of you watching, we appreciate it. Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite. I'm Chris Myers. At least we have a competitive game here. I hope people at home are enjoying this. Final 3 innings, though, a little bit different here. No multiple choices. We go to the 7th inning. Still worth 2 runs, each correct answer, but this time no multiple choice. If you miss the answer, your opponent has the chance to steal. In other words, they can answer that question and pick up a couple of runs, or they can ask for a new question. So, Len, since you're trailing by a run, let's go to you first. Again, worth 2, and you could take the lead. No multiple choice. Name, and this is wide open here, Cub Trades is the category. Name the position player prospect who was traded from the Cubs to the Mariners for Mike Montgomery back in 2016. The position player prospect
Hey,
traded.
Chris.
Yes.
Chris, start over. Sorry.
Yep.
We had
Okay.
an unmuted mic jump in there. That was
Okay.
causing feedback.
Okay. So Len has time to think. Good, Len. We gave you a little head start.
I actually know this one, so.
I figured you would. Yeah, no, okay.
All right, so let's make sure everyone's mic's muted on our Microsoft Teams, please. And then Chris, same thing. Just make sure you say Miller Lite off the top if you can.
Okay.
All right, Dusold, you're good? All right, let's mute everything. All right, here we go, Chris. Sorry about that. In 5,
all right,
4,
all right.
3, 2.
Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite. This is our hometown, and I mean home, from our home to yours. Hometown scoreboard. Bruce Levine has come from behind to take the lead over Len Casper by the score of 8-7. We have all precincts reporting from Naperville to Oak Park, but the drama builds as we come to the 7th inning. And no more multiple choice here. This one worth 2 runs. You have to answer. If you miss, your opponent can pick up that question and add 2 runs, or can ask for a new question. So it's a close game. It's what we're looking for here. Len, we'll go to you first since you're trailing by a run. And the category is Cub Trades. Name the position player prospect who was traded from the Cubs to the Mariners for Mike Montgomery in 2016. The position player prospect who was traded from the Cubs to the Mariners back in 2016 for Mike Montgomery. And hear what you have to say.
Well, before I answer that, Chris, it is the 7th, and I am trailing, but Bruce has a pretty weak setup part of his bullpen, and you know a lot of games get decided around this juncture of the game. I know the pitcher involved was a right-hander named Paul Blackburn, but the position player traded to the Mariners was a young left-handed slugger named Daniel Vogelback, who became an all-star last year with Seattle.
Absolutely correct. See, you had if there was a bonus round, Bruce, he would have got that for the pitcher.
He would have
I don't
got a
even know if
lot more
Notch could.
points. Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Definitely.
And Vogelback 30 home runs for the, and he's even teasing you about losing something on your fastball. All right, so you get that correct. So we're going to add 2 more runs. So Len now has the lead here by the score of 9-8. But you get your chance worth 2 runs here, Bruce. Name just one. You only need to name one of the 3 pitchers the Cubs traded to the Marlins for Juan Pierre back in 2005. There were 3 pitchers. Just all I have to do is name one of them to get a couple of runs on the board and take the lead. All right. They traded for Juan Pierre. That was back in 2005. What do you think, Bruce?
2005 traded 3 pitchers for Juan Pierre. Well, this is tough.
And remember, Bruce, if you miss it, Len has a chance to steal this if he knows the answer and pick up more runs. So the pressure, I don't want to make you sweat here, but the pressure's on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having trouble
You're
with
handling
it.
it.
I'm going to say Matt Clement, but I know that's wrong.
Oh, like he's already led us over there. He's ready. That's a tough because really only one of them. Len, go ahead. You have the chance to pick up 2 here. That is incorrect by Bruce. So what do you think?
I will go with Ricky Nolasco. Ricky Nolasco.
That is correct. Sergio Mitre and Reniel Pinto were the other 2. But
Very nice.
wow, that's a what is that? That means you expand your lead to 11-8. So see a quick turnabout, but there's still time. Don't worry, Bruce, because now here in the 8th inning, the questions. This is list style, and you're on the clock. You'll get to choose, Bruce, since you're behind. You'll have 30 seconds to name as many players correctly, and for each one you hit right, you get a run. So you can easily take the lead. And here we go. The categories you'll choose from are either 15 players with 140 home runs hit in a Cubs uniform, that category, or 11 players who hit at least 28 home runs at Wrigley as a visiting player. And again, you'll have to do this in 30 seconds. So which one of the categories do you want to choose?
I'll take the first, 140 homers or more.
All right, when I say go, and we have Notch, our statistician, keeping track. So rapid fire, 30 seconds. When I say go, I'll set you up and name as many as you can. There are 15 players with at least 140 home runs hit in a Cubs uniform, and ready, set, go.
All right, we'll start with Sosa, Banks, Williams, Santo. We'll go with
15 seconds.
Okay. Bill Nicholson, Hank Sauer. We'll go with Hack Wilson. We'll go with Phil Cavaretta. We'll go with Mark Grace.
And time is up.
Ryan Sander.
Time is up. You got Grace at the wire. Notch double checking with me. How many did you count? Sosa, Banks, Williams, and Santo right off the top. What's the total runs there for Bruce?
8. That was 8 total.
8. All right. Well, that was pretty impressive. I don't have time to run through the entire list, but there was Sandberg and Santo. And look, even your opponent is cheering you on. So with that score, you take the lead. Do I have to add this up here? 8 to 16. Help me out here. Okay, I'm just going to put 16 on the board. So it's 16-11, and we're going to go now, and we'll see what Len can do. So, Len, your category, again, 30 seconds, name as many as you can. When I say go, there are 11 players who hit at least 28 home runs at Wrigley Field as a visiting player. Name as many as you can and go in 30.
Albert Pujols, Mike Schmidt. We'll go with Willie Mays. We're going to say Ryan Braun. We'll go Willie McCovey. Boy, this is good. Roberto Clemente. Let's see. Home runs.
5 seconds.
At Wrigley Field. This is a tough category.
Run it out. 2 seconds. Ready?
Few of them.
All right. Time's up. And I counted. Was there three correct, Notch?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So you had Willie Mays and Mike Schmidt led, but then, of course, Hank Aaron and Mel Ott and Eddie Matthews and Stargell, Cepeda, Bonds, Musial were some of the other names. So the The score, yeah, that was a tough one, but that's why you got to go first. So somehow Bruce has taken a 2-run lead after 8 innings, and so it's a 16-14 advantage. And just for fun, we'll put up the old time scoreboard so you can see. All right. So, but there is drama in the ninth. This is our final segment. There's a chance for a walk off, and the topic is here's what's great about this. Think of a little sports Jeopardy here. The category is a 4-homer game by an individual player. But you are each going to, when you hear the question, write how many runs you want to wager against your answer. Depending upon what your opponent does, you get them right. If you get them wrong, you lose those runs. It's a 2-run game, and we'll continue with Len and Bruce and walk-off drama here, presented by Miller Lite on Play at Home on the Marquee Sports Network. Stay tuned.
So what's the question?
All right. Question is, I give them the question. Correct.
Wait, guys.
This
So
is
just right.
baseball. This is not Cubs, probably.
Well, it is. Yeah. The
topic is 4-homer games by an individual player in general. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to, should
wager first?
Can I
Let's do the wagering first before you hear the question.
Oh, okay. But just based on the topic, and then you'll hear the specific. I see how you want to do that. Okay. So it's
and you can wager up to as many runs as you've accumulated. So you can put 0, you can put 5, you can go all the way up till 14, Len, and you can go up to 16, Bruce.
Okay.
But remember, you're trailing by 2, Len. So.
Yep.
Okay. Nice work on that, you guys. That was fun. All right, Nick, this is rolling. I'm having fun. This is good. I wish we were in a studio with an audience, but that's all right. We'll get there. All right. All right. So who gets to Nick? It'll be we're going to go to Len first, right? Because he's down.
Correct. Right? Len will go first. So when you welcome everyone back, you guys will hold up. You'll hold up your piece of paper that shows what you're wagering. Both of you at the same time.
Wagering.
So these are two different questions, though.
No, you both are answering the same question, just like Final Jeopardy.
How many points?
We writing it down?
You're going to write down your answer.
Write down your answer and the runs you want to wager up to the total you have. And if you get it right, you add those runs. If you get it wrong, you minus those runs. You can only wager how many runs you have. Okay. So you can go 16 as many. Does that make sense? But we're going to put them on the same, if they can be legible on the same thing when you hold it up so the people at home can see it. Okay. And we're going to go obviously Len first.
So Bruce, how it'll work is you guys will you have up to 16 runs you can wager in your how confident you are in the category of 4-homer games by an individual player. Okay?
You're not saying 16 guys, you're saying you can wager up to 16.
Yeah, because you have 16 runs on your so far. You have 16 runs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you won't be on the and you won't be on the clock on this and you'll be able to give it your answer. There's no multiple choice either. All right, Nick, real quick. We do have our winner. I'm gonna say Marquee Sports Network and either Lena partnering with the winner on behalf of Miller Lite, donating $500 to the virtual tip jar that supports Bartender Emergency Assistance Program, right, and the USBG National Charity Foundation. Okay.
Correct.
I'll just have to For some reason my cell phone cuts out. I'm going to try to keep that up so I get that right. But if it cuts out, we'll have to redo that. But all right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm ready if the guys are ready.
So we have 2 minutes. We only have 2 minutes or so here, Chris. So
okay. So you want to do this quick? Okay, all right.
It'll be fairly quick. It's before the break. We asked you how confident you are in 4-homer game hit by a player. You guys wagered how many runs. Hold up your wagers at the same time. Okay, we see what they are. All right, here's the question. And then write your answer down on that same piece of paper, and then Len will go first. Chris will say, all right, Len, show us your answer. And then whether you're right or wrong, we'll add that to your score, and then Bruce will go. If that does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, let's try. I mean, the timing, Okay.
Names are
after this, yep. We'll only bring Notch in if we need to, because we're a little tight on time.
Okay, I'll move it along, but They may need time on the answer, but you can always edit. Okay.
Of course. Yep.
I'm just.
All right, here we go. 16-14, Bruce.
You want the
You guys
whiteboard up
wager-
or no?
Yeah, I would have it say 16-14
Okay.
if you can, the dashes.
Yeah, let me erase the. Okay. 16, 14.
Just mentioned before the break, we asked you to wager on how confident you are in the category of 4 homer players.
Got it. Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Chris Myers with you. Play at home trivia presented by Miller Lite on the Marquee Sports Network. And we've come to the ninth inning, time for a little walk-off drama. And Bruce leads Len by the score of 16-14 on the home scoreboard. Before the break, we asked you guys, the topic of our ninth inning walk-off question relates to 4 homer games by an individual. So you're responsible for writing down how many runs you want to wager. You get it right, you get those runs. You get it wrong, you lose those runs. And because, Len, you're trailing by 2 runs here, and this is the ninth, you get to go first. And, of course, you've written down your wager and your answers. You can write down, here's the question specifically, and you both have to answer this. Who is the only player to hit 4 home runs in a game at Wrigley Field?
Hey, stop,
the only player. Yep.
Remember, they're showing us their wager.
You
you
know
want
what?
to see that first?
I had this all wrong. I thought you were asking us how many to name all the guys that hit 4 home runs in a game.
No. This is the category is just 4 homer players, so it's going to be a question regarding something about 4 homer.
Yeah, here. Let me give them. Here's the question. Just you guys weren't going to Google it, so here's the question that you're going to answer. Well, you should. How many runs do you want to wager based on that topic? Write that down. We're going to trust you. Okay. Well, let me know when you wrote that down, and I'll give you the so you can write.
All right. Well, I'm going to change my wager. I'm going to change my wager.
So, Bruce, just to be clear, it's a question about someone who hit 4 homers in a game. That's all.
Right.
Oh,
and then
it's not who it was.
Yeah, it is who it was.
The answer will be who it was, but it's just the topic is individual players that have hit 4 homers in a game. How confident are you in that list of guys?
Yeah. All right. So, and this is what we need to simplify. All right. So, and Nick, are we? So, you're. Go ahead. You can explain it to him.
Are we going to be asked to name 4 homer guys that hit 4 homers in a game?
Here's the question. Who is the? Well, then you'll know how it's a wager. But
wait, hold on, Chris. Don't give a question away yet. So, Bruce, you're going to be asked a question about someone who hit 4 homers in the game.
Show Bruce this. Bruce, here's what I wrote down. I'm gambling all of it. So you just basically are telling us, here's how many runs I'm going to wager.
Okay.
Yeah. If he gets it right, he gets 28 runs.
14.
Okay.
If I get it right, I get 14. If I get it wrong, I'm at 0. So you just pick whatever you're going to wager. That's the first thing. Then
then we'll ask. Yeah.
You'll get asked the same question. And
it's the same for each of you.
The answer is about someone who hit 4 homers in a game. It's a player who had 4 homers in a game is the question. You'll hear the question and you'll write down the answer.
Yeah, Bruce, you're ahead. So obviously, if you wager all yours and get it right, and Len wagers all his and gets it right, you'll still win. But if you wager one and get it wrong, I mean, you have to decide how safe you want to play it based on the hint of the question and then the real question. I guess that's
I'm just going to wager.
Right.
I'm going to wager it all. So that's all.
Okay, I love it. All right, let's try this again.
All right.
So you're going to show the wager. You're going to show the wager before Chris asks the actual question.
And then
before the break, we asked you how confident you are in 4 homer games. Players that have hit 4 homers in a game. Let's see how confident you are. How much you wager? You both hold it up, and he goes, "Okay, here's the question." And then Len will go first with his answer.
Yeah,
but
you don't
both
need to write
already written down.
Yeah, I got you.
You're just going to verbally answer the question. They don't need to write it down, correct, Nick? The answer.
No,
you
because
don't need that written. Okay.
No, you do need it written. You do need it written because if Len gets it wrong, you need to see what Bruce wrote.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
all right. So you're both going to write it.
Can just say that he had the answer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you hold it up, also say it. That would be the way to do it. That's just more exciting that way. All right, let's try this.
The throwing finish.
All right, I'm worried about you. Yeah. All right. We might have to. If we don't do this, I'm going to lose my during this charity donation thing. So we can always add that on tape if we have to. But let's try to make this as organic.
All right, here we go. Yeah, let's
All right.
give it a shot. All right, here we go. 5,
I need that.
4, 3, 2.
Glad to have you watching Play at Home Trivia presented by Miller Lite. I'm Chris Myers with Bruce and Len, and a lot of drama. We're in the 9th, time for a walk-off. Quick check of the old-time scoreboard, and you can see Bruce with a 16-14 advance. Our final question, and we asked before the break the topic of the walk-off question: 4 homer games hit by an individual. So you're both responsible for writing down how many runs you want to wager. You get it right, you add those runs. You get it wrong, you lose those runs. Len, how many did you wager? 14 runs. He went all in. So Bruce with a 2-run lead. How many did you put on the board for this as well? And you went all in as well. Okay, so all 6. If you both get it right, Bruce, you walk away the winner. So Len, we'll start with you. You got to write down the answer, then verbally tell us. We see how many runs you've put on the board. Not multiple choice. You got to give us the answer. Who is the only player to hit 4 home runs in a game at Wrigley Field? The only player to hit 4 home runs in a game at Wrigley. Name that player, and a 2-run game might be decided just like that. And let me know when you're both
right.
ready.
Oh,
All right,
I'm
so
ready.
Len is. You're ready? Yes. If
Well,
you hold on,
oh,
Bruce.
wait.
Yes, hang on. If Len, let me know when you're finished. Len is ready, and if he gets his right, he's going to have 28 runs on the board, and you're going to have to get
Okay.
yours right.
Okay, I'm ready.
And you're ready? You're ready. All right, the drama. Len, what do you think?
Well, I like the 16-14 score because this guy was involved in a few high-scoring games at Wrigley, but I'm going to go with Mike Schmidt.
And that is correct. All right, Len, 28 runs on the board. We went all in, so if he gets this correct, will be the winner. If not, he gets shut out.
I think the last one was off of Bruce Sutter, but I'm not sure.
Oh, look, Mike Schmidt is the correct answer. So he outscores you. And yes, so we have Bruce, our winner. Great. Yes, Mike Schmidt, April 17th, 1976. It was an 18-16 win over the Phillies over the Cubs. Remarkable. It's amazing to me, right, that no other player, Cub player too, has ever had a 4-homer game at Wrigley Field. Well done, Bruce. See your years of wisdom. You edged out the up-and-comer. Reliable
Len
Casper.
pushed me to the limit. I thought it was a fabulous game. I really enjoyed it.
You guys were terrific.
Yeah,
Thanks
it was
for being
fun.
good sports. So, go ahead, Len.
Yeah, the irony, guys, is that the homers at Wrigley killed me, and I got the final question. So, oh well.
It's all right. Well, we tried to make this. We wanted something like a real baseball game that would be unpredictable, unscripted, and you guys played along. And during these difficult times, Marquee Sports Network and its partners impacting the local communities here. And for this episode, on behalf of Miller Lite, Marquee Sports Network, and the winner, Bruce, donating $500 to the virtual tip jar. It supports bartender emergency assistance programs via USBG National Charity Foundation. Each episode, we're going to have a different local charity, and we thank everybody participating, watching, and contributing. For Len Casper, the winner, Bruce Levine, at least on this episode, I'm Chris Myers, our entire crew, and Taylor McGregor. Thanks for being a part of Play at Home on the Marquee Sports Network. Take care of yourselves at home. We're rooting for you, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
All right.
After all that, all right. The guys were great. Yeah, it was fun. You guys were good. And how about that was like too easy at the end, though, right? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I thought I was writing down all the guys who hit 4 homers in a game, so I had no idea.
All right. Well, you guys were good.
That was a good question.
Okay, you liked it. Okay, for people at home, Len, that's what I'm thinking. That's
Chris,
but,
Chris, I'm going to have you reread the last line again at the end, just so we have the option and edit. So
Which
just the
line is
charity
that?
line. I'm going to have you reread
The
that
whole-
goodbye line for charity. Just one more
the whole
time.
thing?
Yes, please.
Right, the entire thing. Okay, you want me? I mean, I'm trying to read it since it wasn't printed. I didn't have time to print. I'm trying to read it off my cell phone because of the screen here. But I can. Yeah, you want me looking at the camera or just at the guys here? Or?
Yeah, whatever's easiest for you to read
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Well, you let me know if you're rolling. What should I pick it up?
Yep, go ahead in three,
Okay, here we go.
2, 1.
During these unprecedented times, Marquee Sports Network and its partners are making sure to impact local communities. For this episode, Marquee Sports Network, on behalf of Miller Lite, will be donating $500 to the virtual tip jar. It supports the Bartender Emergency Assistance Program via the USBG National Charity Foundation. In each episode, a different local charity will receive a donation.
Cool.
All right?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Len, the good news is that you don't have to play again.
Yeah, that's
Famous last
first.
words.
That's second prize. That was
That's
good.
first
No, you
prize.
guys were great, even with the delays and all that. And they'll jazz it up
Right.
with music while you're thinking. We can hear the wood burning. It'll be
It'll be
good.
fun.
And the sound
I thought it
effects.
was
But
fun.
thanks, that was good.
Thanks,
Nice
Lenny.
job, everybody. Good job, Chris. Thanks, Notch.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yep,
Nick.
appreciate it. When does this? Do we
Appreciate
know
it.
when
Thank
this?
you.
Hey Nick, do we know when this airs? Sirius Radio had me on, and I mentioned. I just said, hey, look for it on Marquee Networks, Play at Home Trivia, because they were
We're trying to get
talking
it.
about.
We're trying to get it to air on Wednesday since you mentioned FS1 on Thursday.
Good. Okay. Good. I think that's cool. All right. Yep.
Are we good?
We'll give you a call after.
Not
I know you got
confirmed.
work.
But yes,
Yeah,
thanks, Len. Appreciate
thanks,
it.
Leonard Bruce. Yeah.
Okay.
And you let me know
Leonard
when.
Bruce. Thank you.
Give me a call after any suggestions, ways to improve. But Leonard Bruce were terrific. It's fun. I just didn't want it to
Yep.
seem rushed, So I thought we had the right flow on stuff. So, and the questions were really good too. We had fun with those. All right.
All right, thanks.
All right. Holler if you need me. Thanks. All right.
Will
See
do.
ya.
Have a good one.
Bye.